Oops, I guess I could turn my camera on. No.
Hello.
Hey.
We lost power. So we have a generator running. And
Okay.
it could lose fuel at any second, and I could just kind of like leave.
So that's okay. We thankfully didn't lose power, but that storm this morning was pretty crazy. So
Yeah.
totally understandable. You guys are way more prepared. We don't have a backup generator, so if we lose power, we're just out of luck. That's, Here, it's 9:52. I'm gonna take attendance. Joseph, I'll check to see if you're on my roster for this period. Let's see here. Joseph, I don't have you on my roster this period. Let's see here. Everyone's supposed to be in, this is period 5. I am. So let's see here. Yeah, so Joseph, what do you know what your period 5 class is?
No.
No. Here, I'll check on Skyward for you real quick. I can pull up your schedule. See here. Joseph, let's see here. Oh yeah, you're in my class. You're not on my roster yet for some reason, but it says on your schedule that period 5 is with me, so you're good.
Okay.
So let's see. Yeah. Oh, there you are now. I wonder if I just need to refresh it. That was weird. You are on my roster. You're good. Glad to have you. Let's see here. All right, I'm gonna go get rolling, guys. Because it's 9:54. So here we go. Emily, are you here? No such luck. Maybe not yet. Graham, you here? No. Micah is here. Casey's here. Quentin, Sarah now. Maya, yep. Dida, yep. Connor, yep. Henry, yep. Jamie, no. Damari, no. Joseph, yes. Corlin was in my advisory. I'll wait on her. She might. Mackenzie, yep. And then Kyra, yes, I believe. Yep. All right. So, okay. We're gonna get rolling with this. You guys have the opportunity to get finished with all the work early today, as my other classes did. I'm gonna share my screen with everybody. Joseph, I will get you caught up, bud, on kind of what we're doing, because this is probably going to be confusing for you, since this is your first time with us today. Okay, so you don't have to start doing the work that I'm having them do right now, because you wouldn't know the answers to it and whatnot, because we're finishing up stuff that we did last week. But so the way that this is going to work here. Why did my screen not get shared? Let's see here. Oh, it's not enough click. It's here. Yeah. All right. So daily news, I'll pull it up for you guys. We got here. You gotta go down to the last slide here. So any volunteers to read our daily news for us? Anybody? The advisory, everyone was like a mute this morning. I don't know if it's just because it's Mondays. No. Okay. Reminder, if you can have your camera on, I'd appreciate it, just because it helps me put names to faces and get to know you guys a bit better. And it's one of the school's essential agreements. Just kind of, we understand sometimes cameras don't work, or we have like distracting backgrounds or whatnot, but for the most part, try and have your cameras on whenever possible. But it says here, hello, DOS kiddos. Today we're going to finish up our reflection of the iceberg lesson. Once we have completed that, we will learn Canvas expectations and define technology. In the meantime, get started on your DET. Okay, so our agenda is our DET, the last part of our reflection, and then having a little assignment where we identify what technology is, and then kind of get expectations for our Canvas. Because reminder to everybody that our first project starts next class. Okay, and so if you signed up for Remind, I sent a message out last week telling people to get flashcards or index cards, things like that. And if possible, if you have tape at home as well, it can be Scotch tape, it can be masking tape. Duct tape might be a little bit of a overkill, but if you guys can get those materials for next class, you guys will be able to actually like do it, which is the fun part, instead of just watching me do your project for you. Okay, so other than that, let's see here. Homework to do is get index cards and tape. Homework that is due. Today's the last day for you to sign up for Remind to get credit, because I'm putting those grades in. And then so today is day 3. So for those of you guys who aren't sure what day it is for the DET, because like I said, we do go on 2-week rotations. So Tuesday last week was day 1, Thursday was day 2, now Monday is day 3, and then Wednesday will be day 4, and then Friday will be day 5 for you guys, and then we'll start that rotation over again. So go ahead, click on DET, click on day 3, and then click on the date, which is 8/10, and then click take quiz. Okay, and so then here's this. I'm gonna have this kind of go here. So I want to explain this DET, because the reason I'm doing this as our DET, you guys, is because when you guys did the mudding of this article, it was a little rough, okay? And grades were not as good as I had hoped. I graded anyone who had theirs done by last class, I graded it. Now those of you who aren't quite done with it, you'll need to make sure you get it turned in today. But I want to make sure you guys kind of see how it is that I grade. So I did an example one for you. I'll tell you this example, the person does not get a perfect score on every single thing, okay? But it's your job to identify what scores they got for each thing that gets graded. So it says here, looking at the document, what score would you give them for numbering the paragraphs? So let's see here. Did they number the paragraphs? Yep. Okay. It says student correctly number the paragraphs, they get 3 points. If they don't number the paragraphs, they get 0 points. So it's all or nothing here. So I would give them a 3. Okay. And so then you have to look at, it says using the same document, what score would you give them for identifying key terms? So you'd go here, okay, they get 5 points if the student correctly identified key terms and provided comments explaining why they're key terms or what their importance was. They get partial credit if all they do is identify key terms. Okay, they get minimum credit, 1 point, if the student identified terms, but those terms weren't actually important to the article at all. And then they get 0 points if they didn't even identify any key terms. Now, since you can't circle key terms, what did I say you guys do instead of circling? Someone just shout it out. Or you can type it in the chat. What is it? Nobody? You're supposed to bold key terms and then comment on why they're a key term. That's why iceberg's bolded here. Okay, so I'm not going to go through the rest of these with you. That'll be on you guys. Can you guys all see the comments to the side and read them, or do you need me to give you a bigger version of it? All right, no one's speaking up. So I'm just going to assume you guys are fine with the versions you have. All right, so anyways, I am going to let you guys go ahead and work on this. It's timer set for 10 minutes, so you have a little bit more time, so you have to go back and forth between the document and the questions. So go ahead and work on that. I'll give you guys my 10-minute timer on in the background, and then we'll get rolling. So there's that. So Connor, did you already get finished with the DAT? Okay, you're fine. I just wanted to make sure. And Joseph, I'm going to send you some messages in the chat on this, since, like I told you, you don't have to work on this because you haven't done any of this. So I'm going to just be on the lookout for that in the chat. Where's my chat box? Oh, there we go. Dinah, what do you need me to show you again?
Excuse me.
Kyra,
I accidentally pressed 3 and then submitted it.
who's talking right now?
Micah.
Oh, Micah?
Press the 1.
Wait, why don't I see you on my, oh, there you are. Oh, um,
On the
that's okay.
last
Here,
one.
For the last one,
Yes.
okay, I'll make note of that and I can adjust it as necessary, so.
And I can't see below the thing, but I could see all the rest.
You what?
I couldn't see below the thing. And isn't the purple highlights underlying? Wait, never mind. They're
The purple highlights for questions.
oh, I thought oh.
If they're underline, you can underline things. So, um, so if nothing's underlined, then that just means they didn't underline it.
Oh.
Because underlining, you can actually, if you click on, oh, I forgot I'm not on. If you go to like Google Docs, you can actually click on that. Do you see where my pointer's pointing at?
Yeah.
And that will underline things. So, let's see here. So, so Joseph, I'm going to show you how you can get to the one that I'm going to have you do because, like I said, you can't do this one just because I didn't teach you this. You weren't here last class for me to teach you it. So I am going to show you how to get to day one. Kyra, you watch, but you're going to do the day 3 one, okay? Because I saw you were asking for assistance on how to get back to it. So I'm going to go to the home page real quick. So to get to the do nows that I call DETs, you click where it says DET. So click that. Then it will take you to this page. So Joseph, you're going to do the day 1 because for day 1, I didn't do anything that you guys, like I didn't taught anything yet. So this day 1 is it's just some like 5th grade math problems that you can do. So Joseph, you can do that one. It's like 3 math problems. And then for Kyra, what you do is you click on day 3 and then click on 8:10 because today's the 10th. And then you do that. How much time is left? 3 minutes? Okay. You got about a minute left, guys.
It's not letting me submit the the
The DET.
thing.
Uh,
No, not the DET. The MUT thing.
oh, the MUT
iceberg.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me.
Like it says that the Google Drive document doesn't exist. And it's here for sure. It's
Yeah, like you pull up your Google Drive document and it's there.
yeah.
So try refreshing that submit page. And then, so we can go here, let's see here, so modules, go to the MUT assignment. So if you refresh it and then click submit again and see if, does that work? Worst case is I can have you share it with me.
Okay.
If it's not submitting, I'll just need to make a note of it.
The only way I can do this is because the generator is flying and it might run out of fuel. So if I cut out during
I don't see, I don't see it.
You don't see it on there?
Yeah.
It might say, are you looking for a copy of?
Yeah, because I went to my copy of section and it wasn't there.
It wasn't there. But you definitely see it in your drive. Yeah, okay. Then go ahead and share it with me.
Okay.
And if you want to hold out, Henry, before turning it in, I'm letting people resubmit them for a better grade after kind of going over this, so you can, because some people I don't think fully understood what the expectations were. So when I go over this one, it's going to kind of show you what the expectations were for each thing that got. So if you want to hold out before sharing it with me and then make any adjustments you want to, and then share it with me, that's fine.
Yeah. What's your your school?
It's MDOS, MDOSS. If you type that in the share, it should pop up Matthew Doss on there. So, all right. In the meantime, for everybody else, I'm going to go through.
How do you submit it again? My computer was connecting.
To submit the MUT part or the DET?
Yeah.
The MUT. I'll go over that. I'm going to go over the DET real quick, and then I'll show everyone how to submit it. Okay. All right. So for our MUT, the close out of our chat thing. So let's go to back to our page. Go. So it says here, okay, and I'm gonna do that view. So it says here, we did question one together. We said that was gonna be 3 points because they numbered. Then it says here, identifying key terms. So I'm looking for, if they bold key terms, and then to get a 5, they would also have to comment on why it was bolded, why it was a key term. So I see icebergs bolded, but I don't see any comments on why it's bold. Because this comment is for the blue. I don't see any other comments. So that being said, I would go down to this question. They bolded it, so they get partial credit because they identified key term, and iceberg was a key term for sure, but I didn't do anything else, so they only get partial credit. Same document, what score would you give them for highlighting unknown words? Okay, so they get 3 points if they put boxes around unknown words or high-level words. And again, boxes, you can't do that on Google Docs, so you highlight it in red. Or they get 0 if they didn't do that. So let's go up, see, did they have anything in red? Yep, televangelist, even though that looks orange with the yellow mixed with it. So they get a 3 on that. Then underlining important ideas. So to get a 5, the student has to underline important ideas, and they have to be actually important ideas, and then make at least 2 annotations explaining why the underlying text is important for the article. They get partial credit if they just underlined important ideas, but they didn't comment on them. And then they get 1 point if the student underlined just random ideas in the article that weren't really important, and they get 0 if nothing was underlined. So let's go up to the article. I don't see anything underlined. So that is a big old 0 for that. Boom. And then what score would you give them for coming up with questions stating their confusions? So they get 5 points if they put question marks, aka highlighted in purple, on confusing terms and write at least 2 thoughtful questions to the side. They get partial credit if they put question marks and then write just 1 question. They get 1 point if they put question marks on confusing terms, if that's it. And then 0 points if no question marks are provided. So let's go up here, see here. They have 2 parts highlighted in purple for questions. So let's see here. Do they write the question off to the side? I don't see a question over here. Did they write a question off to the side for this one? Once a cheater, are you always considered a cheater? That's 1 question. So they get partial credit for that. So they get a 3 because they just wrote 1 question as opposed to the minimum of 2. And then what score would you give them for stating their interests or connections that they made? So they get full credit if they mark 2 things as interesting and provide 2 thoughtful connections or comments to the side. 3 partial if they identify things that are interesting but only make a single connection or statement. 1 point if they only identify something that's interesting, they don't actually write anything about why it's interesting or why they're connecting to it. And then they get 0 if nothing, they made no connections or anything, they didn't even identify or highlight anything. So I see 2 blue things, that's for connections or interests. It says maybe you saw this movie, there's a comment to the side, I have seen this movie, so that's 1 connection. Then it says they underestimated the power of iceberg and overestimated their own strength. And then there's a comment over here. I think many leaders in today's time are guilty of this. So those are 2 connections. So they get full credit for that one. So that would get them 5 out of 5 for that. So let's see, did we get those all right? 6 out of 6, yep. So this person would have gotten, let's see here, 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9. Plus 0 is still 9, plus 3 is 12, plus 5 is 17. So they would have gotten a 17 out of 26 on this, okay? And so that's why I wanted to show you guys this, because it looks like they did a decent job, but a 17 out of 26 is not a good grade, okay? And so that shows how important it is to make sure you guys are doing everything that gets you the top possible score for each of those criteria, okay? And so that is why I'm letting everybody, if they so choose, to redo your mudding, even if I graded it already. You can redo it and then resubmit it. You have to resubmit it. It's not like a normal Google Doc when you share it with somebody and when you update it, it updates on their end. When you submit stuff through Canvas, you have to resubmit it, even if it's a Google Doc, for me to see the updated version. Okay.
Mr. Doss,
Yes,
I shared it with you.
I got the alert. I got
Okay.
it. You're good. So
Yeah.
and so everyone else is going to be submitted. The only reason Henry is sharing it with me is because it would not pull up the document for him to submit. So for everyone else, reminder on how to submit assignments. So I'm going to go to my modules thing here. To get to that assignment here, it says Habitudes Chapter 1, the iceberg mudding. So I click that. Okay. And then, and actually, you know what? I need to go to student view so you guys can see and actually how it would work. So student view. So then I go to modules again. Here, Habitudes Chapter 1, the iceberg mudding. People must get kicked out. That was weird. Do people get kicked out?
Maybe they lost power or something.
Yeah, I want to make sure. I want to make sure Mackenzie, because Mackenzie was the one asking how to submit it. So I want to make sure. Mackenzie, are you there? I know you got kicked out. You there? Okay, cool. So I want to make sure you saw this since you were the one asking about it. If you go here and you click submit assignment, okay, and then it's not going to be file upload. It's going to take you to, if you go to Google Drive. Now, this will show nothing because I'm going from student view, but for you, a list of all your Google documents
Sorry
will pop
about
up.
that.
And just click on the one that you're trying to submit. Oh, hey Quinn, how we doing, bud? That was weird.
Sorry.
So did almost everybody get kicked out?
Sorry about that, Mr. Dose.
Hey, you're fine. You're fine. I wonder if it was something on my end because like 6 people got kicked out and then put back in. Let's see here. Yeah, and as far as if you guys want to see what grades you got, if you go to your assignment, like if you go to grades or whatever, you can look to see what you got on that assignment. And if you're happy with your grade, you do not have to redo it. Okay.
Where do we
But
go again?
like I said, most people did not do super hot on it. So I haven't posted the grades on Skyward yet because of that reason. I didn't want people to like, this is their biggest grade. I don't want their grade to look horrible because of one assignment. And so I'm holding out on that stuff. But no, so I got, if you are happy with your grade, you do not have to redo it. Okay. So that's completely optional, but I wanted to give people that option since most of the ones I graded were not
that bad.
Yeah, not that great. So and in fairness, it was your first try at it. You were learning kind of what my expectations were. This will be the only one I let people redo.
You know that.
But I do want you to have that chance to do that. Now, to let you redo it, I'm going to have you do that at a later time. You can do that like if we do our, like if you want to work on that during the office hours, that 20 minutes of small group time. But I'm going to move on to the next part so that we can get through everything, because those who did well enough the first time, I don't want them to have to wait on everybody. So that being said, I'm gonna go to the next part of our agenda, which is our the last part of our reflection. And so to get to that, you guys can go to modules again. And if you go and click on where it says iceberg reflection activity, click there. Okay. And it says submit your completed reflection sheet here. If you click on where it says reflection sheet, it's going to make you a copy of this so you can write your own answers on it. And this is just a reflection over what you read. Okay, because I don't want us to never not visit what we read. Okay, you don't get the takeaway I want you guys to get if we don't revisit it and discuss it. And so first part is a reader response question. It says inside this box, write down a quote from the article. So if you need to go back to the article and find a quote, that's fine. But it says write down a quote from the article that resonated with you. Use quotations. Okay, resonate means like it was meaningful to you. Okay, or you thought it was a powerful statement or an interesting statement, something like that. And so explain why it was meaningful to you, and then put your answer in blue font. So it's already in blue, so if you start typing, blah, 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 you'll be able to do that. And so again, so that one, get a quote and explain why it's meaningful. And then here, it says write your name above the iceberg. So you're going to type your name there first and last. List the skills that you have that make up the 10% of the iceberg that is above the surface, and then describe your character that makes up 90% of your iceberg that is below the surface. Because if you remember in that article, he makes the analogy of a person's leadership is like an iceberg, because your leadership is 10% your actual skills, the things you're good at, you're personally good at, okay? Because those are the things that people can see. And then, but your leadership is 90% your character, which is below the surface, meaning people can't see it. Okay, so like your character is like this. Like we talked about, there are 4 things that make up your character. It's self-discipline, core values, sense of identity, and emotional security. So like that's like your personality. That's like the principles you live by, your kind of things like that. Like, are you honest? Are you trustworthy? Are you confident? Things like that. So those are the types of things you would put down for your character. Your skills are things like maybe you're really good at math, or maybe you're really good at basketball. You're a fast runner. You have a interesting talent that like the skills and things that you can show off and do. That's what you would put in the skills. Does that make sense? Yes, no, maybe so. All right.
Maybe.
Okay, so I'm trying to pull up our chat here. There's someone sent it. All right, and if you already did, then you are solid. And maybe then you can use this time to redo the MUT if you weren't happy with your grade. I am. But anyway, so yeah, so you guys are gonna do that. I'll give you guys about, let's see, it's 10:30. I'll give you guys about 10 minutes because I do feel like if you want to, you might need to take some time to find a good quote. So that might take a while. And then some people freeze up when they have to think about who they are. But this is going to be a way of I get how to get to know you, what your image is of yourself, and things like that. Okay. So please do this, and please do take a little bit of time to do it. So so it's a true representation of you. But I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'm going to put a timer on behind me, and I'm going to give you, let's see here.
Mr. Dawes,
Yes,
how are you feeling today?
I'm good. I told my advisor kiddos I'm at home again because my son is sick, and he starts school on Thursday, so we wanted to get him tested for COVID just to make sure it's not that. I don't think he has that, but he's been sick for a week, and I don't want to risk.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
For
So we
you, for you, I can from you, I can understand that.
yeah. So
For me, it's like I got to deal with my shunt over here. That big
oh
C
yeah,
over there.
yeah, I
Yeah,
can.
yeah. That's a that is a plastic tube that pumps blood from my chest to my head.
Is it I know people who do you
AV
have
shunt.
seizures sometimes? Is that for seizures or
Yeah,
no?
yeah. And like sometimes if I end up sleeping a lot during class a little bit,
It,
it's kind of like that's one of the signs to where you know that people would know
okay.
that I'm
So
having a little head
plus,
problem.
yeah. Do I need to call home if that's happening? Do I need to call and say like, hey, uh,
Like
or like
no,
just so your folks
not
can
like
check on you or
no,
no? Okay.
because sometimes it could be it's 1 minute it's there, next few minutes it's gone. It's a come and go type of thing.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So
Well, that's
yeah,
good to know. So thank you for letting me know that.
calling my parents would not be a good idea.
Okay, okay. I just want to make sure I didn't know if that's
'Cause-
happening, if your parents need to know if they need to come check on you or something like that. So,
Cause my mom's been to all my surgeries and everything. She
mhm,
knows what to look for and everything. So
okay, okay, good.
it could so like if you were to tell her your son says that his head is hurting, if she would have said, "Let me speak to him,"
Yeah,
that's because she wants to try something to see if I'm faking or not.
okay, okay.
Cause sometimes people could make it seem like I'm faking, but few minutes later, or the next day, I end up having seizures
Yeah.
5 different times in one day.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry to deal with that.
I've I've had that done, but I've had that before. 5 seizures in one day. I've had that done before.
Uh, uh,
Yeah, I wasn't able to do anything for quite a while.
yeah, yeah. That takes a toll on your body.
Mm. Dang, there's only 13 people.
Yeah, this is a pretty small class. Plus, we're missing some people. So,
What do
Yeah,
we put in the character space?
just anything that you would describe as
okay. Excuse me, sir.
taking up like kind of like your personality, your principles you live by, um, like I don't know, um, like is honest, like honesty. Is that something that makes up your character, or are you a determined person?
Um,
Uh, Things like that. Just got like think of character like your personality or uh, standards you live by.
which DET are we on?
Day 3.
3, okay. I wasn't sure if it was 3 or 4.
Yeah. Day four.
I
Day
have a
4 will be
question.
on Wednesday.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah, Quentin.
Are you my homeroom teacher or?
I don't think so. I don't think you're in my homeroom. I can find out who's your homeroom teacher.
Okay, because I want to make sure. Because when I went to one of my other classes, they're like, "You're supposed to be with Mr. Dawson." I'm like, okay,
Um,
because I want to make sure I'm in the right class. And
let's see here.
sometimes when I'm in the wrong class, I'm like, I feel like it's my fault because I'm not. Because like I feel like I'm not paying attention enough, or
Hey, you're fine. You're
and
fine.
it's because that
Mr. Netterval is your homeroom teacher.
net of all.
Yeah, he's
It's
a
a
really
funny
nice
name.
guy.
It's a funny. Look, you're not the first one to say that.
He's a really nice guy. Yeah.
You're not the first one to say that.
Yeah.
Oh, I've actually met him
Oh yeah.
though.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
good.
I've actually been able to make it to one of his meeting, his Zoom meeting.
Okay. Good. 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 Good.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I got distracted. My door is open and my brothers could try to be spying on me.
Oh, that's okay.
It's creepy. Oh, by the way, you're cutting out. It's like you're frozen. Never mind. Excuse me, Mr. Dawes.
Yeah.
Yeah, at first your screen was froze.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, your screen was froze. It was like I'm like your screen is froze because and it's like sometimes when I tell people sometimes when I tell other people and their screen is froze, they're looking like, what you talking about, boy? As if I'm crazy, which I'm not.
I know you're not.
Also, I wanted you to know I am a very nice guy.
I get that. I get that impression from you, bud.
Look, I am a very nice guy. If someone makes me mad, okay, there's gonna be an issue. Okay, your screen's freezing again. What else?
Hey, Quinn. I'm gonna let the kids have about 5 more minutes. I'm gonna let them finish up on their stuff. Okay. And then we can get caught up. Okay.
Okay, and I was just letting you know your screen was froze a little bit.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's your internet connection.
It could be. It could be.
But then at the same time I'm looking at my internet connection and I have internet connection and it's working really well. And my screen is not freezing up. So that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Probably mine.
Is it the internet connection between where I'm at and where you're at?
Possibly.
Or I've had the same issue in my other class. Cause the okay, that looks like Pac-Man. The timer behind you looks like Pac-Man. I said the timer behind you, it kind of looks like Pac-Man when he's opening his mouth.
Yeah. I'm gonna put myself on mute, Quentin. So just so you know, so that kids can work in quiet. Okay.
Okay, I'm actually put myself on mute too.
Okay.
How do we submit this video?
Mackenzie, do you need help submitting?
Yeah.
I thought just say you gonna put yourself on mute.
Okay. So do you see this page? So same sort of thing. If you go to submit assignment and then down to Google Drive and then find the document that's called copy of iceberg reflection, then you should be good.
It won't let me do it.
It won't let you click submit or
Oh shit.
No.
Shoot. Oh.
if it's not working for you, I'll make note also to grade yours. So if you want to share it with me, that's okay too.
Okay. And the iceberg one. It won't let me do that one either.
Mr. Dawes. Mr. Dawes.
Yes, Quentin?
I finished the iceberg one that you were just talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I finished that like 2 days ago or something.
Okay, that's okay.
So I'm like, wait, okay, so I finished that a day ago. I finished that like 1 or 2 days ago.
Okay.
So yeah, and so I got my
it won't let me submit it, so I just shared it to you.
All right, is everybody just about finished with their reflection?
Yes, sir.
All right. I am,
Oh, and also, I joined a karate school. So
oh, cool.
if you hear from any other teachers that have been saying yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am,
Oh, yeah.
that's because that's part of my agreement
Cool.
with the karate system.
Yeah, cool. Good.
And also like the karate system, it's huge.
Yeah.
Huge. They have had over almost 100 students join their school.
Cool. All right. But Quentin, I'm going to get everybody else rolling with the next activity so they can get that done and leave when they're finished. Okay. So
Would I be able to join you with the next activity? Because I don't know what the next activity is, so I'm
yeah,
saying,
you can do it. You can do
that activity.
Yeah, everyone's going to be able to do this one. So,
I have a feeling that is a game called Kahoot, but I'm not
nope.
sure.
Nope, it's actually not. So what we're gonna do here is the next thing. If you go to modules again,
Okay.
okay,
Hold that thought.
so go to modules.
Out. What is he doing?
Okay, and then when you go there, then click on this activity that says "What is technology?" Okay, and it says it's worth 10 points.
Dang.
Okay.
Dang, that's a lot.
So
that's a lot of points.
So I'm going to read the directions to you, okay? But make
excuse
sure.
me, Mr. Dawes.
What's up?
You said go to Canvas, right?
Yeah, make sure you're on the class page,
Okay,
Canvas. So then click on Exploring Innovations.
So wait, I go to Courses, right?
Courses, and then Exploring Innovations.
Mm-hmm.
And then click on Modules.
Do I go to the one that says To Do? Because I have the one that you said the iceberg activity.
I wouldn't do that. Click on Modules.
Okay. Because I have the I don't see module.
It's on the side menu.
Sorry.
No, you're okay.
Right there. It just made me. School system just made me mad right there.
All right. So click modules, and then click on.
Hold on. Okay. I found it. Sorry.
And then what is technology? There we go.
It says it's. Oh wait, is it? You said it said something about technology.
Yeah, it says what is technology.
Okay, I don't have that. I don't have that on my. I don't see that with modules. I don't see that with modules.
Okay, so Quinn, what I'll do is I'll help you with
for me.
All I see is how to NUTT an article on Google Doc.
You need to scroll down more, bud. Okay, but I'm gonna give the instructions. So you try and figure that out, and then if you still don't know how to do it,
I have a question.
after I go through the directions for everybody else, then I'll come back to you. Okay, Quentin? So I'm going to go over the directions for everyone who's here already. Okay.
Okay.
So it says, take a few moments to think about and answer the following questions. It says, tip, a definition is not an example. I don't want you to say a cell phone or drone. Give me an actual definition. So it says, be sure to copy and paste the questions into the reply area before you answer. Do not copy and paste answers though. Your own words, full sentences with accurate spelling.
Mr. Dose,
So,
your screen's cutting out.
Okay, well, I'll come back to you, Quinn. So it says, what is technology? Remember, I need a definition, not examples. Do not copy and paste the definition either. Use your own words. Okay? Then, second question says, what does each letter of the acronym STEAM, S-T-E-A-M, stand for? For this question only, you may open one tab and research this acronym to help you find/search the answer. And then give a brief definition for each of the letters in STEAM, except for the T, since you already answered that. Okay, because here's a clue, T in STEAM stands for technology. Okay, so again, you're going to answer those 3 questions by clicking reply, and then you're going to type your answer. You're going to copy each of those questions, paste them here, and then write your answers underneath each of the questions. Does that sound good?
Quentin, can you mute yourself?
I muted him. I am. So but does that make sense? Okay, I am going to give you guys the remaining time. Okay, it is 10:50 now. Okay, and 11:10 is when we are done, and your next class is at 11:20. Okay, so from now until 11:10, if you get done with this, submit it or click post reply, and then hit next. You don't have to do any of the next 2 pages, just read them, okay? Because you don't have your engineering notebooks yet, but this is going to teach you how to use your engineering notebooks and how to use Canvas for your engineering notebooks. So just read those 2 pages. So once you've posted your reply and then read those 2 pages, you are allowed to sign out of class even if you get done before 11:10. Sound good? All right, then I am going to
Wait, I didn't hear it. I didn't hear what you said. Yeah,
So-
like I heard everything, but I didn't hear what you said about leaving class.
Okay, so basically, so once you've posted this and then you hit next, just read this. You do not have to do anything because you don't have your engineering notebook yet. So you don't have to write this stuff that it says to write down. Okay, but read it so you get an idea of how you'd fill things out in your engineering notebook, and then read this, and this explains to you how I use Canvas and what certain colors mean. Okay, so because you're going to need to know that stuff in order to then do our project.
Okay.
That work out?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, sounds good. I will let you guys get to it, because once you're done with all that, you can leave before 11:10 if you get done with all that stuff before then.
Mr. Dose, I need help.
Okay. Then, Quentin, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a breakout room, and I will then work with you one-on-one in there, okay?
Okay.
So let me see here. I can make breakout rooms. Manually.
Okay, I'm about to join the breakout room.
Mhm. Hey, buddy.
Huh?
Hey. So and just the reason I'm doing a breakout room is just so, because I know when people need to read things, Sometimes it's hard to focus on reading or doing work when other people are talking. So I just want to make sure that we can still talk and help you through this.
Without disturbing anyone else.
Yeah, yeah. So I am going to, so what you can do now
I was
with
gonna
your,
ask, could I share my screen so you can see what I'm?
yes, so you can share your screen and I can kind of show you what to click on.
Yeah.
Zion, no, you know you can't be in here. Zion,
Get out. Get out. Yeah, especially with that, dude. Just get out. Am I supposed to
All
go
right.
to class?
I don't, so Quentin, I don't see anything. I have a black screen here. So you might need to click on a specific thing that you want to share.
Wait. Okay. I. Okay.
There we go. Okay.
So I pressed share
Uh,
Zoom.
No, share the other one.
Share. Okay. So you said it's okay.
The Chrome one. Yep. Okay. There's that. And then if you, oh, do you see, if you go down a little bit more, do you see where it says S01 activity? What is technology?
Okay, now I do.
And then there you go. Yep.
Okay, because it was confusing at first. I was like, wait, what? Okay.
Yeah, no, you're
What
fine.
do I do? Like, what do I?
So then just read these directions and you should be able to,
Answer the question.
yeah. And so, and the way you answer them is it says copy and paste the questions into the
And then it says
reply.
reply.
Yep.
Right. I did one of these recently, so
Okay.
I'm not familiar. I'm not so confused about the reply box and everything.
Okay, cool.
Because
Well, then I am going to,
I've seen these before.
all right, good, good. So I'm going to go, I'll let you keep working. If you want to work in the breakout room or if you want to come back to the main classroom, you may. I'm going to, but I'm going to go back to the main one, okay?
Okay, so am I.
All right.
Okay, do I go to share or
What, to get back
to
to
go
the
back?
main room?
Yeah.
You just, at the bottom, it should say like leave breakout room.
Do I leave? You're muted.
Sorry about that. If you have answered those 3 questions and posted your answer, on that page and then hit next and read the next 2 pages, just reading them, then you are good. You may leave. Yep.
Mr. Dose.
Yes, Quentin?
I'm almost done with the other one. I'm almost done replying to the
Technology question?
yeah.
Okay, and then don't forget about the other 2 questions, though. Some people have just forgotten to post the other 2 questions on there as well.
At the okay. Sorry, I kind of lost what I was trying to do.
All right.
Excuse me, sir. How do you spell stern?
How do I
Excuse me.
spell what?
I said stern.
STERN.
STERN. Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Actually, I'm gonna put myself on mute right quick because I'm like sometimes I like to sing a little bit, and that sometimes helps me stay focused.
Okay, so then go ahead. I'm gonna mute you then so that you don't disrupt anybody else, okay? Okay, there you go. Thank you, buddy.
Mr. Dose,
Yep.
do you know what class I go next?
Hi, Mr. Doss.
Who asked, Joseph, was that you for your schedule?
Yes.
All right, so I will pull up your schedule. I'll let you know. Um, um,
Mr. Does.
yes, Quentin?
Do you know what class?
You need me to tell your schedule as well, buddy? All right. So Joseph, your next class is language and literature with Mr. Urban.
Okay.
And then, do you want me to tell you the rest of your schedule for today?
Yeah.
So
Yes,
Joseph,
please.
you have Mr. Urban next for language and literature, then beginning orchestra with Mr. Nickerson, and then individuals in society with Mr. Miller. And that's your last class.
Okay.
All righty?
Okay. Thank you.
No problem, buddy.
Bye.
See ya. And then Quentin,
Yes, sir.
Your schedule is language and literature with Miss Themes after this, and then exploring world
Excuse me. Can you write it write
in the
it in the
chat.
chat?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, cause it's hard for me to
Absolutely, buddy.
focus on two things. Box trolls. Sorry about that, Mr. Dawes. I was
You're fine.
having a conversation with my brother. He was asking me, do I know what show he was watching? Language. Thank you, Mr. Dawes.
No problem.
Um. It's gonna take me a while to get this all written down because
You're fine.
wait, was that you that showed me my period too?
So your next class is language and literature. Then after that is your world language.
Excuse me, hold on. Can I finish writing this down first before I?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Sorry about that, Mr. Dose. My brother is just singing his song that he's listening to on his computer.
That's okay.
Yeah, I figured that was the reason you muted me.
Yeah, I was just trying to let others work quietly.
Sorry about that.
Hey, you're okay.
I'm gonna be able to. Dang, you're telling me all my classes now, huh?
Yeah, for today, yeah. So you can get them written down and you know where to go.
So I don't have to end up interrupting your class to figure out where I'm supposed to go after one class.
So
Yeah. That smart idea. Out of all my teachers, I've always had girl teachers.
oh yeah, middle school you'll have more boy teachers.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Allen's a boy teacher too, so you're good.
And I can already say I already know Mr. Dose is a boy teacher because he's right here. It's gonna take me a while to get connection here. Mr. Dose. Mr. Dose.
Yeah.
I said I'm gonna have to sit in my living room / dining room for a little bit because I have bad internet connection back there in my room. I was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
See ya.
Really? These people crazy. Okay, there we go. So I don't have to deal with all these interruptions. Hmm. Uh, Mr. Doge.
Alrighty, guys, it's 11:11. Your next class starts at 11:20. So
Excuse me.
I'm
I still need to finish writing some stuff down.
okay. That's okay. But if I'm gonna leave leave the meeting and end the meeting. But you can keep working. Just make sure you get to your class on time. That starts in 9 minutes. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Or wait, are you still writing down your classes?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Then I'll leave the thing up because otherwise you won't be able to see it anymore.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to tell you earlier. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm
Sorry.
still
I was
writing down my stuff because I want to make sure I get everything done in a timely fashion because
Yeah.
I
No,
don't
you're
want
fine.
because I don't want to end up getting my classes mixed up again. Dang, I get to meet Mr. Allen again for period 8. Nice. Oh. Okay, what time is it?
Hmm?
I was asking what time was it because I want to make sure I get to class on time.
It is 11:13.
So I'm almost late for class.
Yeah, that class starts at 11:20. You got some time. You got 7 minutes.
Okay, I overreacted a little bit because I thought I was late for class. Okay, I finally finished. Oh wait, I need to write the teachers' names down. I just remembered. Sorry, I got off track a little bit.
Oh, you're fine.
Wait. Dang, man. Mm. Mr. Dose, the my period 7 teacher, Miss Miller. Guess what?
Yeah.
I used to have a librarian named Miss Miller at my other school.
What was that? I'll see you, Graham.
Okay,
Hey, best of
I'm
luck
back.
with your
I,
seat.
s- I said
What was
I said I used to have a teacher named Miss Miller at my other school.
Oh, yeah.
She was our librarian.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. All right. See you.
Hey, bud. Glad I had you in class today. Take care.
Okay, wait. I have a. Never mind. Sorry.
What?
I was about to ask what was the meeting number, but I forget. You don't need a meeting number if you already have the class.
Yeah. So you're good. Okay.